Wow. Well, we are live. This is actually pretty exciting because this is the first time that we have streamed live together in multiple places at the same time. We are on YouTube. This is the first YouTube video on Take Flight Talk in this season. This season. We are live on Instagram, the Take Flight Talk Instagram. And then we are actually also live on Uptown Sports TV. So now we are three different places for a I don't even groundbreaking revelation.
Epic.
Robert Saleh fired after a 2-3 start. 2036 as the New York Jets head coach. Woody Johnson seems to have made the decision himself, according to his statement. And then also just the reports that we've seen, it seems like Joe Douglas didn't even know until 15 minutes before, just walk in. Hey, yo, put that bagel down. Yo, we got to fire somebody. Oh, yeah, who? Robert Saleh. That seemed
Can you imagine how awkward that walk was to the office? Like, you could hear a pin drop, I'm sure.
a lot of pins dropping. I feel like we would be heard all day. I feel like, but talk to us. Tell me, how are you feeling?
I mean, I'll be honest, not the news I was expecting, with everything with Davante Adams. That is what I was expecting when I was getting ready at like 7:15 a.m. this morning. But no, got thrown a curveball. And this is huge. I don't think anyone knows how. I mean, it's surprising, I think, but this is huge because this is something Woody Johnson has never done before. He's never fired a coach, not even mid-season. And what I've been saying to people is I'm surprised at the timing. I'm not surprised at the actual news itself, because if you've listened to me all off season, I've been saying the same thing. He's going to be gone if we don't make the playoffs. And, our playoff hopes are still alive. A lot of Jets fans are down, but our playoff hopes are still alive. And this is a very bold move by Woody Johnson, and to do it without debate, talking with anyone, just a free bird and making his own decisions is crazy. But this is shocking. And I feel like Jets fans are all over the place right now, whether they agree with it, they don't agree with it, they think it's early like me. But I don't know, Woody, what do you think? How are you feeling?
That's my feeling. It's been 5 hours and I still haven't fully processed what's happening, what took place. And based on, like you said, this is a bold move. I feel like Woody I feel like he was just scrolling on Twitter late night, like 3 a.m., just looking at all the tweets, just fire Saleh, promote Ober, because that's what we see. We've been seeing that. We saw it last year on social media. And I feel like he just woke up and just said, you know what? F it. He's gone. He's gone without conferring with rational minds. And I'll say a couple of things. First thing I'll say, 2-3 is not the end of the season. It is not the end of the season. Peyton Manning, in his first year as a Denver Bronco, the championship year as a Denver Bronco, they were 2-3. They were 2-3, and then they won the Super Bowl, right? And that's the class of quarterback we're talking about. Old Aaron Rodgers, that was old Peyton Manning, right? It's the same concept. Tom Brady, right? Struggled. I did not have the time to look up his record 5 weeks into the Super Bowl season, but I would imagine it was. I know for a fact it was not 5-0. Like there was hardship, right? And you have a chance right here, right now, to be first in the division, and that's your key to the playoffs. We all agree. If this team doesn't make it to the playoffs, heads will roll, right? But right now, you have a shot to be first in line to the playoffs. This week could have beat the Bills. So I just think it was premature. Definitely feel like it was premature. I mean, let's look at the season 2 years ago, 6-3. Everybody named Mama was saying the Jets were going to make the playoffs. We won one more game.
Yep. And we went on that losing streak right at the end.
So what is stopping this team from having a winning streak? Like the Broncos game was bad. Garrett and Rodgers were clearly not on the same page. The very next week, 13 catches, 100 yards, 1 touchdown. That is clearly trending in the right direction. It is premature.
And that's what I was telling you, the timing of it all. I mean, I think it couldn't be worse timing considering the spot that we're in. We're fighting for first place in the AFC East on Monday Night Football. And you said it changes a lot of things. It could change things in a very good way or a very bad way. But at the end of the day, this doesn't solve the problem that the New York Jets have. There is someone else. We all know the obvious person. Who should be gone with him. But unfortunately, he is, from reports, he is safe. And he's simply safe because we got number 8 right there to protect him. That is the only reason why. So this only solves, I think, a portion of the problem. But I mean, like I said, it's a bold move, but Quincy Williams said we got to start taking people accountable, holding people. And I guess Woody Johnson took that personally and was like, made the boldest move he's probably ever done, like I said. And here we are, and we kind of got to hope that Ulbrich, I think the kind of mentality the last couple of weeks and the energy was off. I'm hoping that can maybe shift. Maybe this like brings a spark to this offense, but that's a big decision in risking that much, especially going into this week. This game is absolutely crucial. And like I said, I know a lot of Jets fans were down at the end of Sunday's game. I was not. It is still very early. There is still a lot of football to be played, and I think they should have given Saleh a chance. But hey, I can't be fully mad at it either.
I might be fully mad.
Me and Wudi agreeing is that will never happen.
I mean, shout out Beast Coach Mo on IG. 2 losses by a combined 7 points. He don't agree at all. It's because it's the like. Would you look at those last 2 games and say it was the defense? And that's to your point, right? That Hackett is safe, but you look at those last 2 games. I mean, they held the number 1 pass down thrower did not throw any touchdowns. He had an interception, and then you have the 4th overall offense getting completely stalled. The week before, only allowed 10 points? And still lost. The offense. The offense is what is broken. And I understand that Saleh is the head coach and the fist stinks from the head down and all that. But I just, don't be surprised if the defense continues to perform and the offense continues to, so that's what I'm saying. And I do think these guys, liked Saleh and played hard for him. You don't come back from 17-0 for a coach that you don't care about. You don't. That's what we saw with Adam Gase. These boys were giving up on Gase. Le'Veon Bell talking. He was bowling instead of playing games, right? Like missing games to go bowling with his friends. Like you actively saw it. This time around, no, these guys are still fighting. I'm sorry. Those are my last tears because we should probably look ahead to what's ahead of us. Jeff Ulbrich, I do respect him.
Big time. And the players do too.
So I'm not mad at that. So when you say, not fully mad, I can't be mad at Ulbrich. I have no, nothing bad to say about Ulbrich. I just hope that this team is ready. And here's what I'll say about that, right? Because we have prime time. And all I'm going to be talking about, the timing. You listen when you keep talking about the timing. All they're going to be talking about all game is how Saleh was fired. Right. And I can't even focus. I have no affiliation with the Jets. I'm a Jet fan. All right. I got a 9 to 5. I cannot focus on anything else but how the Jets have just dropped this bombshell on the organization. How are the players feeling? How are the players thinking about Josh Allen right now when their guy A lot of them, that was the only coach they've ever known.
Yep.
Just fired. They had no clue. Everybody's blindsided by this. And they got to worry about now. They are they going to be able to think about Josh Allen? It just seems like Woody didn't think this through at all.
Well, I definitely think he should have obviously consulted people. The thing is, we've seen several reports today of how blindsided Robert Saleh was, and I guarantee you he was, but to not tell anybody. And then of course it's been like, I think it's since now hasn't been confirmed, but we saw that he was escorted out by security, and he didn't even get to say goodbye to the players and all of that. It's been literal drama ever since then. I think some of those claims have now been proven false. So, and I hope that he was able to get out of the building and was treated respectfully, because I do respect him as a coach and I respect him absolutely as a person. I just think, someone's got to be the blame guy. You know what I mean? And over the last couple of weeks, there's been times where you could have blamed Saleh. And honestly, last week or the game against the Vikings that we just played, I don't think Saleh was to blame. I think it was fully Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett. But again, someone's got to go. And as long as Aaron Rodgers is here, Hackett will be here. He is the main reason why we got Aaron Rodgers. So, and I knew that when we signed Rodgers, this is his team. He gets what he wants. You know what I mean? His offense is going to function the way that it functions because it's built around Rodgers. So yeah, I mean, it's like I said, the timing is absolutely shocking. I would have understood maybe after the Bills game, but right before, give him the chance to do it. It's not like the Jets couldn't have done it whatsoever. Look at Johnny boy. It needed to be done. Now time for us to win.
I love Johnny boy, but you wrong, Johnny boy. You wrong, all right?
Jets fans are absolutely divided over this. Like I said, there's people that are neutral. There's people like you who's like, I don't know why. There's people who are cheering in the streets, chanting. It's crazy.
I mean, until I saw my guy, Bees Coach Mo, I literally thought that I was the only person on the planet that was sad about this. I mean, I've seen people, they acting like it's carnival out there. You know what I'm talking about? Like they've been calling for this for 2 years. And I'm okay. I'm okay with the decision on 20 and 36, right? That's
facts are facts.
Exactly. Facts are facts. But just to do it, right here, right now, when the season is still very winnable, like you said, I didn't leave that Vikings game being like, dang it, like how could that's why I left the Broncos game. The Broncos game, if you want to really make a rash decision, okay, or like it looked ugly, we're feeling ugly, fine. The Vikings game, I feel like a lot of us were like, hey, we came back. Like if Rodgers didn't throw that pick, like how do you look at that second half and say Saleh?
Let's go back to that for a second. What was your score prediction for the Vikings game?
It was 27-14.
Ridiculous. I told you. I was like, I know they lost, but I told you they were not going to get blown out. And I think everyone was just like this. I still had all the faith through all of that. I still had all the faith. And I mean, we were right there. And that's solely, like I said, last week, I think was solely on Rodgers. He was terrible. One of the worst games he's ever had.
Yeah, there's no question about it. I mean, he literally gave points to the other team. He threw a pick six. I don't even believe Zach has thrown a pick six, like in his career. Like he obviously throws a bunch of horrendous interceptions, but giving them the ball, I'm not sure if he's done that. So yes, I definitely blame Rodgers. I knew they'd be down. I guaranteed they'd be down multiple points. It was up to the Jets whether or not they could come back. And 17-0 was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. They came back. If the last drive was the other way around, if it was Sam Darnold who needed to make the drive and he just marched down just one by one, just went down there and won the game, I could really see Woody being like, yo, this defense, like, you're supposed to be a defensive coach. The defense let us down. But to look, that's my God, I'm gonna lose sleep over this. And this is honestly talking about Sam Darnold. It's fitting. I guess it's kind of fitting. He passed the baton because Sam Darnold, when he was traded, they definitely were out in the streets with the ole, 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 ole. And I'm just crying. Oh my God, I'm just on my pillow, just crying. And everyone's like, haha, why are you crying? Like, you're so stupid. He stinks. But I was like, no, like, this was the year, right? He was getting a new coach, new offense, could have got the King's ransom. Like, this would have been the time to get over the hump. And that's how I feel about Saleh. I feel like Garrett Wilson just had 100 yards and a TD.
Yep.
This is the time. This right now against the Bills in prime time, a team that Saleh has beat in MetLife the last 2 years in a row. This is to get over the hump, and you fired him. So I feel like it's the same thing where everybody, wants that instant, that instant result, and they're so happy, but I don't think they're seeing the big picture that is making me depressed.
Well, now there's even more pressure on this game coming up on Monday night. Because you imagine if we lose? Oh, the media is going to have a field day. It's already been a circus today. Just imagine after Monday night if we lose, what is going to happen. So that's what I'm saying. This is a huge risk going into this week. Like I said, I can't stress the timing enough. I think it's off. I'm not surprised by the news. Jets fans have been calling for it since like last year. There's been a lot of Jets fans who don't like Robert Saleh. And this is crazy. And I'm still digesting this as we're talking too, because just reports keep coming out as we're rolling through the day. And I don't feel like this is the only Jets news we're going to have this week. There's going to be something else brewing, and I'm like, but this is not the news I was expecting this morning. But like I said, there's plenty of blame to go around. It's one part of it. This doesn't fix our problem though. So
if they lose on Monday, is Ulbrich getting fired?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like, you really pulled the rug out from under the organization, like under the players. Like, I feel like everybody is now just on edge, and like they felt the pressure, but their leader, always out here. I'm sorry, I can't even finish sentences because I'm just so.
I know you're distraught.
But no, like I said, I have nothing bad whatsoever to say about Ulbrich. Dane, I appreciate you with those. Yes, definitely show us some love. Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about Ulbrich. I just think like championship teams don't do this. That's what I'm saying. I think, regardless of how you feel about any person that we're talking about, Rodgers, Saleh, Hackett, Joe Douglas, anybody, teams that are trying to win Super Bowls, like that year, like they just don't fire their head coach. Like, that's not a common move. So I just don't feel good about this season right now.
It's just hard to know what the future holds. We could have rode it out with Saleh and not made the playoffs, or we could have done what we've done now. And we'll see now. We could still not make the playoffs, you know what I mean? But that was the bare minimum for me. And you were talking about it, Woody, was the bare minimum for me when we did the predictions was just wild card. That is all I wanted. You for sure said AFC East, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
Make a good point that winning teams, they don't do this midseason. So this is like it's just a huge risk. And it's very concerning going into Monday night. And I don't know, we're going to have to hope that Ulbrich brings that energy shift. So
I wanted to shout out Tape Flight today. TFT, the best letter in the biz. All right, from Tape Flight Talk to Tape Flight Today. Here, I don't even know. I was famously, not all about the Devontae news, right? But then I actually, after the game, I was like, you know what? It probably won't even cost like a top pick. Like it'll cost like a third rounder. Let's go get this man. Let's go get this
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
Not worry about the money. Let's just get him because you can see, like if you look at the last two drives, Aaron was peppering Alan Lazard with the football. And I'm not here to say Lazard, is one way or the other. What I am saying is that the reason why Rodgers is doing that is because Lazard knows to expect the ball.
Mhm.
Xavier Gibson didn't know. Garrett didn't know in Denver. But when push comes to shove, he's gonna go to the guys he trusts. So why not bring the guy he trusts more than anybody? So I'm with it. If this does happen today, I probably will be able to sleep. Right now, your boy's staying up. All right, send me some Netflix recommendations. Any docs I can watch, because I'm staying up. But if Davante Adams becomes a Jet this week, I'm sleeping nice. I'm sleeping nice.
You can watch the Menendez brothers show that's trending around right now.
Yeah, I already seen it. It's fire.
Snowball Woody was pissed. Woody was pissed. Must have bet on that Vikings game. I had like a 11-leg parlay on that game.
Oh my god! Well, my entire parlay, because I had Aaron Jones. I'm not gonna lie, I thought Aaron Jones was gonna run wild. The run defense.
Oh, I bet on him too, and then he got hurt, and I was like, well, there goes that.
Yep, exactly. There goes that. My God. Well, I am still upset. It's gonna take me time to process, but Davante will help. Davante will help the processing. Any other thoughts you got? New York Jets, Robert Saleh. Are we sad? Are we happy? Are we, a lot of people are hyped. Like I said, I can hear it. I can hear it from this outside that window right there, the Olays, of just people just, throwing up confetti in the air. But take flight, talk. How are you feeling? You're happy? You're okay.
No, I feel like I understand it. I'm not overly joyed. I'm not like entirely thrilled. Like it's not great news to fire a head coach midseason and rock with somebody like that we don't know. I mean, we know how they run the defense, you know what I mean? They've been great, but we don't know anything else, you know what I mean? So it's like putting my trust into somebody. All I know is what I've seen. It's all been positive so far. So I'm going to just ride that energy wave. If we get Davante, I think I'd feel, like you said, a lot better. But you're probably feeling like how I did when we lost Bryce Huff. But then we got Reddick, and I felt a little better. And then it went right back down because Reddick is nowhere to be found. So,
I guess that's true. I mean, I'm down in the dumps. I think by the time the game happens, I'll be feeling better. I just really, knowing how I feel, and I'm not in the building, I can only imagine how those players feel in the building losing their guy. And I don't think it was a necessary move. I understand it, like you said. I understand it. I just don't think it was necessary. And I mean, oh my God, is this a lost season? Like that was my first. Like, is this a lost season already? Again, Rodgers is actually healthy this time, and it's a lost season. But definitely, with
Johnny Boy said it perfectly.
He lying though. He hyped.
I know. I saw his comment before.
he did a cartwheel directly before typing this. But I do agree. I want us to win. And if we win, but if we lose, I feel like the hopelessness with a loss is far greater than if Saleh was a coach. Like now, it's just like, all right, that didn't work. So,
I don't think. Yeah, it's just like I said. It's part of the problem, and I don't know if him being gone is gonna light a spark or anything like that. So, especially with just Aaron Rodgers not playing, he's not playing that well. You know what I mean? This offense is predictable as hell. Run, pass each time. No run. There's not even a run game.
Oh my God. And that's something to talk about as well. That's what we talking for. Everyone goes. That's what we're talking about. That is what we talking about. So we'll see what happens. We appreciate all of you. I mean, this was the return of Take Flight Talk. It's something that we've been trying to. I mean, I guess the Jets haven't left the tarmac, neither have we. But we leave it right now.
I told you that the other day. I was like, we haven't even took off. We still right there planted.
Yes. But we appreciate definitely you guys on IG, on YouTube, Uptown Sports TV. You already know what it is for all the New York sports, right? Not just New York Jets. If you're following the Knicks, right? Like nostalgic Nick right here. The Yankees were on live earlier today. Maybe that's why you guys came in. You guys were like, oh, they're talking Yankees. Nah, Robert Saleh was fired. All right. So definitely appreciate you guys. We will be back. This is not the last time you're hearing from us. But take care, guys.
Always a pleasure, Woody. Bye.